This pilot takes a collapse that turns into a long, arduous battle with his own glider. Doesn't have to be this way. Today, I'm going to use this video to teach you an important thing to remember about glider recovery. Are you ready? Here we go.
I'm paragliding! See ya!
What's up, everybody? This is Ari in the air. Welcome back to the channel. Stoked you're here. I teach high-level paragliding to create safe, confident, and connected pilots. I've made over 200 tutorials on this channel, but it can only take you so far. If you really want these skills locked in, then you're going to want to come to the Pine Man, my all-inclusive paragliding clinic in Oregon this May. All levels of pilots are welcome. We're going to cover basically everything you could ever need in paragliding. The link is in the description below. Check it out. Let's get right into this video here. We're going to watch it one time through, and then I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, flying along in this white APCO. This is from Argentina. Collapse. Recovered. Stalled. Still stalled. Helicopter. Cravat. Tail slide. Shoots. Restall. Restall. Still stalled. Tail slide. Helicopter. Helicopter. Shooting, and it flies. Okay, so this is a great example of overhandling. Like, you just don't need to handle the glider so much. This thing is designed to take collapses, reinflate, and fly. So here, he takes a collapse. It's a big one, and he does a good job pulling the left brake. Right here, the glider is totally open. It's flying forward. At this point, you can let go of the brakes. Let the glider fly. But that's not what he does. He pulls more brakes. Now he's stalled, restalled, stall, stall, stall. Okay, so going back. The one rule that you need to understand so that you can stop making these kinds of errors, the one rule, you have to know this, is that if the glider collapses, it must dive to recover airspeed. Most people don't understand this. They think that the glider can collapse and then reinflate and be above their head the whole time. That is not the case. If the glider collapses, it becomes a big air brake and it slows way, way down. Then when it reinflates, it has to pitch forward so that it can accelerate and have the airspeed that it needs to fly again. So thinking that it can collapse 70% and then just open up gently above your head without any kind of pitch is crazy. That's why people overhandle gliders in collapse recovery, is because they think that they can keep it from gaining airspeed and that'll make them safer, but that's not the case. No, the glider has to regain its airspeed. It must, and you must let it. What you don't want to do, as one of my mantras that I should probably make t-shirts about, is don't let the glider turn you. Don't let the glider turn you. Don't let the glider turn you. Yes, that's absolutely the case, but don't let the glider shoot or don't let the glider gain airspeed. Now that just makes you overhandle the glider and overhandle it. We've seen so many of these videos of people overhandling the glider, and that's because they don't understand that when the glider collapses, it must pitch to regain airspeed, and you have to let it. You want it to have airspeed. When the glider is in this configuration, let's go back here just a little bit. So I'm gonna walk you through this. Okay, big collapse, right? So don't let the glider turn you means left brake. He does that there. Look at big left brake. It controls the heading. So in this case, now there's nothing that's going to make the glider auto rotate. So you don't need to be worried about don't let the glider turn you, because there's nothing that's going to make it turn. And in this case, you have to let the glider shoot forward towards the horizon so that it can gain airspeed. This is a totally normal part of the pendulum aircraft that you're flying. But here, look at how long he's holding these brakes. This left glider, and at this point, the left glider is now stalled. And right glider stalled, left glider stalled, stall heli, stall heli. Okay, look, now he's leading edge down again. The glider is pitching forward once again, so now it's in a flying configuration, and he again pulls so much brake that he restalls it. Okay, so look, if you stall the glider, it's got to pitch forward to gain airspeed. If the glider collapses, it's got to pitch forward to gain airspeed. It's a totally normal part of the pendulum aircraft that you're operating, and you have to know this so that you can stop fighting against it, because the glider collapsing means that it's going to pitch forward. So when it's pitching forward, this is totally normal. This is totally normal. Let it happen. Obviously, we're not trying to, stall the glider way behind us and go totally hands up so the thing shoots so far that it goes under us and we plummet into it like a rock in a sock. shock. But this is a small collapse. Let the glider recover. It needs airspeed, which means that it needs to pitch forward, which means it needs to be like kind of leading edge down. That's a totally normal part of the configuration, or that's a totally normal part of the recovery. And you have to be used to that and know that that's coming so that when it happens, you don't freak out and think, oh, it's diving. I need to like do something. Nah, this is just under experience. You need to go to SAV. You got to do lots of stalls. You got to go to the beach. You got to like learn to helicopter this thing properly so that you're not doing it accidentally. And if you want my help, there's only so much I can teach you from afar. But if you want my help, consider coming to the Pine Man late May here in Oregon, all inclusive, all your transport, all your lodging, all your food, all your instruction, glass offs, kiting, launching, landing, top landing, cross country, thermaling, getting your gear dialed, having mentorship, having a good idea of where you're trying to take this whole sport, why you're doing this, sitting around the fire, being immersed in nature and having a big reset with a good crew of like-minded men. Links in the description. Very limited spots available. Get them before they're gone. Thanks so much for watching. Hope this is helpful. We'll see you in the next episode.